Texas rival, the San Antonio Spurs. Airlines. Patty Mills, DeJounte Murray, Pau Gasol, Kyle Anderson, and Rudy Gay for San Antonio. Harden, Paul, Capella, Tucker. But with assorted injuries to Kawhi Leonard and LaMarcus Aldridge, they are struggling now at the bottom of the West and trying.
Yeah, it sure is nice to have a couple superstars on your team, so when one superstar needs a night off, the team doesn't fall off.
Rudy Gay can still play going into battle.
This is a battle every time these two teams play.
Chris Paul from the elbow, and you know about that shot. Assist in his last 5 games. Harden, oh boy. You know, I thought it was interesting without Harden. They did that a little bit more in Dallas last night with Chris Paul. Boy, that's good to see. 11-0 run now by Houston. Miss on the inside, a long rebound came outside, and that's an easy basket.
Nice pass.
Oh, that's an easy basket. Well, it wasn't so easy, as the reason was guard.
Very interesting that he is adjusting in mid-season of how he's playing offense.
Good play by Trevor Ariza. So that hard now. Green trying to stop him, can't do it. Nobody can stop him. Once he gets up ahead of steam, the beard is going. Challenged to score, aren't they? The crowd loves it. Crowd loves it even better. And the net. This is what you get for your ticket now if you're a Houston Rockets fan. Tony Parker on the offense from the elbow. And he's made a pretty good living from that left elbow.
Probably could have shot a layup, but he actually kicked it out for the corner three.
And Parker shoots it too. Run. Sometimes happens to the Rockets. They get off that quick start and then they'll sputter a little bit and let the team back in. There's Bertans with an injury prone the last couple of seasons. Says he's feeling much better now as he goes from the elbow, and there it is.
Their last 6, so they found their rhythm.
Chris Paul finally breaks the drought for Houston. James Harden when it's a little tough to score points, and there again, Tony Parker from the top. They'll have about 15 games to see if they can get into the NBA playoffs. And Luke Bertans again from the outside beats the buzzer for another 3 before the quarter. All right, some of the starters are back in there now. Kyle Anderson makes a move, and good defense. Chris got a hand on the basketball, but the 3 goes down.
Now it's hard to figure out exactly what play they're coming up with.
Capella puts it up with the left hand. That's good. You know, the Rockets need to get some offense now. Joe Johnson back outside to Gerald. Green light. Pau Gasol trying to work it inside on young Clint Capella. Had a couple of blocks last night, forced a miss there, and a block by Capella. Of course, remember those whistles. Oh, Capella takes it out at the other end.
Goaltend back. But D'Antoni leaving him on the bench for a little bit more rest.
At the elbow, Mr. Elbow. Yeah, it is. Chris Paul now going to work in the paint. He's a magician. At 5'11", are you kidding? 5'10"?
That's the problem.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's the same. Nice. Baseline, 3 seconds, down to 2. Right off the front, back to Chris Paul, took about a second. All right, back to the offense for San Antonio now. Murray trying to get inside, puts it up and in. DeJounte Murray. Laverne with the basketball, working in the middle with a hook shot. Nice. He doesn't get a lot of playing time, but they're going deep in the bench. And there's a basket. Count it. By Clint Capella. San Antonio back. Bertans is open again and hits a 3.
Yeah, that stretch 4 spot, Bertans is really difficult guard.
Points. Parker with 8 coming off that bench for San Antonio. That time, you know, Harden is so.
Last night he wanted to play, but he doesn't need to play every single night, does he?
Well, not after you put it.
And D'Antoni said they've got much higher goals.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Clint Capella really didn't need a fake.
Matter of time.
I knew it, Clyde.
Couldn't help himself.
I know it. I should know better. Well, that's going to be not my favorite song. Look at Parker with that little bump off. Puts it up and misses, and Chris Paul got it. James Harden from midcourt, and it's just a little left. So the Rockets
Right there that he passed up.
looks like youngster had him guarded. Clint Capella. It's going to be a steal by P.J. Tucker. He's got help. Ariza's on the wing. Doesn't need it. It looked to me like Gasol is shooting. He used to have pretty good range on that jump shot.
Yeah, he's not getting enough touches to really be effective. And in this offense,
From outside game. Danny Green certainly can hit the three, and Ariza can too.
Bertans didn't know who he was. Yeah, Trevor Ariza calls James Harden a scoring anomaly.
And he's good too. Harden gives it up. Ariza's open. It went out and went back. Shot from the outside, and that one popped out. But Danny Green shot about 45% from the three-point line. Several years they won championships. And Harden takes it in for two.
to learn how to stay healthy on the golf course.
Well, if you guys would yell four in the last 2.5 minutes. Nene trying to add to it, and he does. Though they're resting him pretty good for the playoffs. And there's Rudy Gay just across the iron, and he puts it up again.
Actually,
Luke Bamute all the way to the rack. Well, let me ask you this now about San Antonio. Here's Harden with an easy two. Yes, indeed. Harden in the open court. Joe Johnson gives it right back to Bamute.
space.
The Rockets are just one of those teams now that are so darn good that even as tough as this road schedule has been, the Rockets,
Who wants to shoot?
I don't know, they just keep passing it back and forth, and Luke Bamute got bored and took it to the basket. Patty Mill, if it goes to 7 on your home floor. In fact, there have been many years where the Rockets had to play Game 7, and that's right before the buzzer.
High level, night in and night out, no matter who the competitors are.
Yeah, that's a good point you make about a standard. Great acceleration. P.J. Tucker all alone in the corner, and that's almost an automatic.
You're on the left corner.
He's shooting 45% behind the stripe in the last 5. You put him in there for 5 minutes, he'll get up 10 shots.
So he's never seen a shot he doesn't.
Gerald Green. Got it.
How about that pass? This didn't have 10 made threes. They had 9 in each one of those.
Chris Paul. Got it. Did you hear the crowd? They just love it. It's fun to come to a Rockets game. You just don't know what. You're going to see great basketball. How's that for a good night's work? He's only played 23 minutes.
So efficient.
And if you have not played a lot of games, the schedule always ends up catching up with you. There's a three from the outside by Derek White.
For 20 years, the Spurs have had a winning record on the road.
Gerald Green having target practice.
On the hood.
Hey, some of us don't have any here.
Well, I wasn't going to bring you in the conversation, so you brought yourself in. No. I'd really need the hoodie then to hide. Yeah, double XL, please.
The big brothers and big sisters of Houston, they have over 2,000 one-on-one mentoring relationships for the kids around Houston.
That's correct. Ariza went for the steal. And the basket is good by Rudy Gay. Gerald Green. Seems to me like the quicker he's bound and an extra 24 seconds. Gerald to the basket. Oh, what a shot. Bad shot. And the Rockets win for the 53rd time